And now, time for The Family. Yeah, another Crime Scene Zero. It's fun. It's insane. I like it. I don't have a lot to say with what I like and don't like, and if I like it or not. What I do, that's why I make these. But I will just keep being like, I like this, because I like all of them. I think on the last one, I will maybe put a ranking, but I think there are some mysteries I think are a little bit better. But this one is sort of like a family mystery. There's secrets inside and all this stuff. Figuring out what's truly going on in this insanity is interesting. I also kind of like, because in the last one, you did kind of had a couple of other people who died, but they were brought in later. You had, again, Survivor, who sort of was a person who was around in, obviously, the last one, but he wasn't mentioned as someone who did exist. We mysteried and then found one person who did survive the dark thing. And then in a couple of other ones, you do get some more stuff. I like, some of these mysteries of like the lurking in the past. But I like the fact that the whole thing starts with one death of the sort of like grandfather at his funeral, and then someone else is dead. Because you can very simply be like, yes, I think there was foul play here. It's very much, no, we have to open the casket. I want to see it one more time. He's not meant to be there. What the fuck? Why is my son in this? What the fuck? And it's like, it makes sense for that intrigue. Whereas like, I also like the motivation, which is the son cutting the mum out, taking ideas from both siblings, and having sort of like the sort of like brother-in-law, the person who was trying to date one of them, who, shockingly enough, he is actually related, like as a stepchild, and then at first, and then realised, oh no, children was weird. And it's like, turning out that the person who was in there wasn't actually one of the mother's sons, but actually not. But so the father's son, and it was very weird, very confusing, and I like it. Because the last one focused more on a secret small town. The idea of like a small town and like 5 people who sort of like know each other, and then the secrets of they don't really know each other come to light. And this one is a close family sort of mystery of like what's really bubbling below the surface. Again, both are similar. Again, town and family, small town, sort of a tight-knit family. But I like that idea of the last one being sort of like a small, like a village drama type stuff that you see in some drama stuff, and this one was more sort of like a family drama show. And you obviously see them all being sort of like very rich, but again, that idea of like who's really who is really fun. And the reveal that daughter-in-law sort of was trying to get the money, etc., 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 and then connect to this, and then realizing, one, he didn't have anything to do with money because she figured that out, because she was trying to court and do all of this stuff. Also, the one other thing is that there are 2 things that I legitimately think one of them should be a crime because of how after it is. One definitely is a crime, which is basically one of the sort of like people actually did murder a person, but I don't know if that's right. It's a game show. No one's actually. No, this is all like stories and background and for like game show stuff. So nothing happens. I think realistically, canonically, if we like took a step back, there's probably a scene of like, aha, you killed the brother. But we do need to acknowledge that you did kill the grandfather, so you do need to go in jail as well. You did do a crime. You did do a murder. I think technically you could make a claim it was manslaughter. I don't know laws realistically, and also it was wrong in the UK. It was like there was a fight and then push up. It's not deliberate compared to the other one, which was deliberate. And then the other thing that has happened overall was the idea that in a certain, with one person, when they're sort of like, the other thing that sort of proves motives is that sort of the mother character sort of has this moment of sort of making her infertile, which is up in insane amount. I'm not going to talk about the ethics of that because I don't think I can, because of the obvious, and I'm not smart. The obvious reason because of this, and I am dumb. There are better people to explain in the event and how that impacts someone. But that happened, at the very least, that is super dark. Various reasons she's in debt and was trying to do the thing with her son, which is super effed up as well. But because of all that and realizing that the actual son is someone else, again, the person I mentioned earlier, she killed him, which is dark. But each one of these things has this intrigue. And it's so interesting. But yeah, I do like the mysteries, that's why I look into them more. Rather than my first review, which was just 1 minute. But yeah, I do love these. I do want more. I don't know if there's going to be more, like season 2. I don't know. But yeah, I do like this. This is fun, insane. But yeah, good night.